Here.
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 Do we have any conflict of interest statements?
No.
No, ma'am.
Approval of minutes of the meeting of February 28th and March 7th, 2019, and March 28th, 2019.
I motion to defer the reading of February 28th and March 7th and approval of March 28th.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item A, agreement for professional services with SEH of Indiana LLC for engineering services in the 2019 6th District Lighting Improvements Project, Alabama Avenue between Downey Place South to Dead End, and Ohio Avenue and Rhode Island Avenue between 165th Street South to Dead End. Do we have an allocation on this one, Mr. Bunn?
We will. We don't have one currently, so it would be approved subject to that.
Okey doke.
Councilman Rakos is aware of the project. He's up to speed with what we're doing. We just need to do the
All right,
appropriation.
contract subject to funding allocation.
That's important.
I motion to approve the contract subject to a funding source.
I will second.
All those in favor? Aye. Item B, bid recommendation received from HWC Engineering for the 5th District Lighting Project, Phase 2.
We've reviewed their recommendation and support that request. Hawk Enterprises is the low bidder. It's $374,000.
Where is this one for, Dean?
It's Alexander and Marshall between 169th and 173rd.
Okay.
Councilman Workbull is aware of it. This is just the bid award, so then we
We
would,
already did the funding, correct?
well, we will when the contracts come in.
Oh, okay.
This is just a recommendation so we can get the notice of award so that we can, contractor can put bonds and insurance and contracts together.
Motion to approve the bid recommendation.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item C, bid recommendation received from Nice Engineering for the 3rd District Local Street Project, 167th Street Sidewalk Project.
Same condition. We've reviewed. We agree with the recommendation. This will allow the contractor to pull bonds and insurance and execute contracts for the board at the next meeting.
Okay.
Motion to approve the bid recommendation.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item D, change order number 1 received from First Group Engineering for the multi-use trail on Torrance Avenue and Baltimore Avenue from Hoffman Street to Hune Street.
During the course of the pre-construction conference with the contractor, we did some coordination with a concurrent project, Chicago Street, Phase 2, and had made a determination that the right-of-way would be extended, and this would require the proposed Hawk signal, the high-intensity activated crosswalk signal, like on 165th and Maywood. By Maywood School, 165th and, I'm sorry. Thank you. So we needed to extend the mast arm of the Hawk signal for the signal. So this is an addition of about $4,600, I want to say, and it's needed to reposition the foundation of that. So we would recommend approval for this change order.
Is this a match project, Dean?
This is considered the Mayor's Trail. This is funded in part by the council and the redevelopment commission. So the funds would come from that source that had been set aside the prior year.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the change order?
Motion to approve the change order.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item E, correspondence received from 2nd District Councilman Pete Torres requesting $500,000 of gaming funds be allocated for park improvements at Irving Park. It's been signed by the councilman and by the mayor.
Motion to approve the councilman's request.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item F, Mylar of the re-subdivision of Block 2 of Cabela's Gateway Second Edition to the City of Hammond submitted for approval.
This is just a condition of making it through the approval process that the board approves it. We've certainly reviewed it, and it's been through the city planner.
Okay.
Yeah, motion to, I guess we are approving this, right? Yeah. Motion to
Signature.
approve the Mylar of the re-subdivision.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Thank you.
Item G, correspondence
Jim.
received from Chief of Police John Doty requesting approval of the retirement of Sergeant D. Crook effective at the close of business May 12, 2019. Approval of the annual opening day parade for Hessville Little League beginning at 9 a.m. on Saturday, April 27, 2019, and both fire department and police department participation, and a request to hold a small fireworks display to end opening day ceremonies and disposal authorizations. Now, I assume that the fire department is aware and has agreed to participate prior to the chief
I
authorizing.
will certainly make the fire chief aware.
Okay.
And I will second.
Oh, 'cause I think we did forget one recently, didn't we? St. Patty's Day Parade, right? They had to
I
wait.
don't know, it just said that
They
to
had to wait
authorize
on
the
us.
police and
Yep.
fire in there, so I thought maybe fire might want to weigh in.
No, they thought we were kidding, so they didn't show. They thought we
Just
were
to
kidding, they
remind the
didn't show.
board, on April 27th, that's the second parade and on top of the NFL day at the sports complex, just a reminder.
Will that work then, or do we need another date?
Well, I would suggest another date, but I don't know how that's going to work. But yeah, that's going to be a really,
Have we already approved the parade route and everything like that?
well, they have another parade scheduled, I think, at Hermit's that morning also, which I think is scheduled for 10 o'clock. So this is going to be a 9, 10, and then I don't know what time we're going to be starting for the NFL day. We haven't decided
I
on the
believe that
time.
was
yet.
noon.
Yeah, but the times are from noon to, or 1 to 5, but work, EMA is probably gonna be there earlier because of the traffic conditions that we're expecting. So that's up to the board. I just wanted to remind you of that.
How many of you guys usually handle the parade?
Well, usually 6 of us, sir. I usually try to get everybody out, so, and that's on top of the community affairs guys that we already have, so, because these routes are really extremely long.
I'm just wondering, instead of asking them to change the day of the parade, if maybe the police department can assist with that.
Well, that's up to you, sir.
What do you guys think? I think we can probably take care of it.
So the request for assistance with the parade is coming up on the agenda. Do we want to skip ahead to K and handle that first, or come back? I think this probably needs to be referred to, back to the departments to make sure that they're aware of the other events happening that day, and make sure that we'll have adequate coverage.
I think we can make sure we have adequate coverage as long as I know, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we have a recommendation to approve the chief's request, subject to
Donnie, we'll talk. Okay.
additional review by the police department?
Okay,
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item H, resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Hammond, Indiana, authorizing the disposal of surplus property. And this would be for,
There's a picture of it.
okay,
It's fireman-type stuff.
air supply packs.
Air supply, not the band. This has nothing to do with, this is nothing to do with the band. This is for fire department. Because firemen have the arduous task of going in places where there isn't enough air to breathe, so they have to bring their own air supply.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're all out of love. But we don't need this kind of love anymore, so we're going to give it to somebody else who can use this kind of love.
Okay.
And Kevin probably shouldn't vote on it.
Do you want to, you don't want to vote on it?
Yeah, I will.
You don't, no, you don't
Oh,
want
no?
to vote?
Well, it's a fire department
fire.
thing, so if he wants to abstain, he can. He doesn't have to.
Do I have a recommendation to authorize the disposal of the surplus property?
I will make that recommendation.
And I will concur. Item I, correspondence received requesting rental registration hearings.
Too fast.
Sorry, do you want me to slow down? I didn't even have any coffee today. 9.
Oh, here we go.
We're back in action.
Yeah, back in action.
Would you like them on
Item.
same day, different days? Let's do 2. May 9th, May 16th. Are you going to be here May 16th? Because I will not. We are going to need to reschedule May 16th. May 9th and May 23rd. Unless you want to handle this all on your own.
Feels like I'm getting a route on that day.
Do we have a motion to set these for hearing on May 9th and May 23rd?
Motion to approve these to May 9th and May 23rd.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item J, correspondence received.
Is that word official? No. I gotta use it again? Oh, okay. That truly was a good use for it.
Item J, correspondence received from Mr. Thomas Tanatekos requesting a rental registration hearing set for April 25th, 2019 be continued as he will be out of town on said date. We want to put him on May 9th with the rest? Okay.
Ninth? All right, we'll set this over for May 9th versus April 25th.
And I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item K, correspondence received from Hessville Little League requesting permission to hold their annual opening day parade on Saturday, April 27th, beginning at 9 a.m. with route, fire department and police department participation, and to hold a small fireworks display on April 29th, 2019. Is the display on a different date than the parade?
It is Monday
Okay.
night, I think.
All righty. So again, would we like to approve this subject to further review by the police department in light of additional events taking place that day?
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item L, correspondence received from Lakeshore Cal Ripken Babe Ruth Baseball and Softball Program to hold an opening night parade on Friday, April 26, 2019, with route beginning at 6 p.m. with fire department and/or police department participation. You guys got a lot of parades.
Adam Watt.
Right. Motion to approve, subject to EMA and PD's approval, I guess, as well.
I'll second.
And this is Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah,
It'll be
she's smart.
Gotta get together, we'll hang.
St. John the Baptist Church parking lot, corner of 119th Street and Atchison Avenue. We'll travel west on 119th Street across Calumet Avenue and continue to Forsyth Park.
Same one,
Same
yeah.
route?
Yeah,
Okay. Did we have a motion?
Yes.
yeah, and I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item M, a correspondence received from Leon's Triathlon requesting street closures on Sunday, June 2nd, 2019, from 7 a.m. to noon for their annual triathlon.
We just ask that this be subject or conditioned upon review by PD and EMA.
We're good at it.
It's a
Is
regular,
this,
it's a regular
Does
event.
this block the entrance to the golf course?
No,
Not at all? Okay.
we make arrangements for that. They have to use the second entrance, the east entrance to the golf course. But we've done that for the last 4 years.
My very pregnant sister will be having her baby shower there that day, so we can't make her mad.
Well,
Oh.
so we need to
Same
talk,
day, this June 2nd,
we need to talk about that.
11 to 2.
Yeah, we need to talk about that after this.
Okay.
No, not at all. We just, okay, so the issue is, right now, Indianapolis Boulevard is closed at the Ship Canal Bridge, the lift bridge, or the, whatever. And Calumet Avenue will be closed. You'll want to take Klein Avenue.
All right, well, I'll have you draw me up a route to send to family. How's that?
Yeah, or Torrance. Klein or Torrance is the detour.
All right, thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the request?
Motion to approve?
I second.
All those in favor? Aye. Item N, correspondence received from WOW regarding an addition to their channel lineup. All right, we are getting,
One new channel?
let's see, we will be getting Channel 77 BBC America and BBC America HD 766. Get excited.
Is this a motion,
We just need to acknowledge,
acknowledge?
yeah.
All right. One new channel.
Yep.
All right. Item O, garage sale permit submitted for approval.
That's it?
There's a few. Has Chris seen this?
Okay,
Good.
all good here.
Okay.
I will motion to approve these garage sale permits that have been submitted.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item 6, matters from other board members. Do we have any matters?
I do. I do
Okay.
have one here from Reeve Riley Construction. It's to Mr. Dean Button. Request to have multiple closures and flagging for the Indiana Toll Road project. The items requested are listed below. Let's see, dates and times are approximate and might vary. I think, how can we get this out?
Do you want us to come back to it?
Is this the one?
Yeah, I was hoping you would say,
Is this the repair of the bridge?
they're gonna be working on multiple locations on the toll road for the on-ramps and exits, I believe.
And so obviously, I'm guessing Reese Riley's gonna put the notifications out, whether it be on their electronic boards or whatever, so.
I believe they're gonna try to give us as much advance notice. Unfortunately, some of those dates are fairly soon.
Yeah, one of them starts Monday.
Dean did sit down with them, and they said they would work with us the best they can.
Looks like the first one's gonna be the repair of that bridge on 112th, maybe where
I believe so, yeah.
truck hit it, possibly?
I think so, yes.
Okay,
Sent Dean a message, so maybe he'll get back before we
okay.
wrap up the meeting. Do you want to defer action on this for now, or do we want to?
Well, I mean, we probably need to do something, because like I say, April 8th is when this work's gonna start, which is Monday.
Yeah.
I mean, attached is a detour route, but I don't, there was nothing attached to it.
That's gonna happen anyway, right?
We approve this and request submission of the detour route to the board.
Yeah. Let's see, the detour route for local traffic will utilize State Line Road, 108th Street, US 20, and Fifth Avenue, but, oh, let's see, in the event of a delay for approval by NDOT, this could be, that's why it would vary the dates. So, I mean, it sounds like the work's gonna begin one way or the other till Monday.
All right, let's just request that they keep the board updated
Okay.
with routes and dates as,
Okay, we'll motion to approve the request, but Reese Riley's gonna need to keep this board updated as to any time frame changes.
And I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any other matters from other board members?
No.
To birthdays today, wish our corporation counsel a happy birthday, Chris Kankar.
Monday.
And Mayor's administrative assistant, Eva's birthday's today as well. Happy birthday, Eva.
Happy birthday.
I know she's watching, right?
Monday.
Me too.
I'll be 50.
A big 5-0. Any other matters from department heads or the representatives?
Yes, I'd like to request a notice of violation hearing for April 11th regarding 830 169th Place, several bedrooms and a cellar.
We sent a notice out saying it was set today, but it didn't make the agenda, and Bill wasn't here, so the people did show up, but she wanted to get to work, so we said that we would put it on next week's agenda, and they agreed that that would be a good day.
Okay. And that's for a violation hearing, is that correct? Okay. Do we have a motion to set for hearing, for a violation hearing? What's next week's date? I don't even know. Where are we at?
11th.
It's 11.
April 11th for 830 169th?
Place.
Correct? Place.
And I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dean, can you shed a little more light on the Reese Riley construction?
Thank you, sorry. I beg your pardon, I should have stayed for that. Jonathan reminded me that. Sorry. Reese Riley is working on a project on the Indiana Toll Road from milepost 0 to 6. Their schedule for the project is to work on their first phase from 0 to 12. 0 to 6 between now and Memorial Day. And they're going to do 2 bridge closures, one at the end of 129th Street, which will have no effect at all on us, and then this one at 112th. They've asked for about a 3-week closure at 2 different time periods because they will remove the bridge deck in the well, that's too much detail. So they have 2 closures to do the demolition, and they're going to reopen as soon as they can. It's a very short time window, so they're going to be working pretty heavy on it. When they're not having a closure, they will have flagmen there to get people through. And I've warned them about Leon's Triathlon, and I checked with Jill at the Port Authority to make sure that there was no other events that were going on at that time. And so they will make it passable when we need it to be made passable. They have provided, which you probably didn't get a copy of, they have provided a detour route, which is State Line Road to Indianapolis Boulevard to Fifth Avenue, which basically takes you to the north side of Walmart instead of the south side of Walmart.
Okay.
And so it's a toll road process. It's a project that they have to get done, the first phase done before Memorial Day, then they're going to take a break between Memorial and Labor Day, and then they're going to do the second phase, which is really going to be complicated for us because there's closures on Hune, Gosselin, Chicago, 150th and 149th. So all of those roads are going to, and we told them, you cannot completely limit us with all of those closures. So I'm working with them on that. But
That's not planned
late.
for Festival of Lakes time, is it?
No, it would be after Labor Day.
Okay.
So it would be in September through November. It's a very aggressive schedule. I don't know how they're going to do all that at one time, but we told them that, well, Columbia will be open, and then Chicago will have to remain open. And then some of the other cross streets we could probably, work around. But that's right after school starts, and Bishop Knoll, people need to be able to get there, and that's a side topic. This is specifically for the 112th bridge closure to do the reconstruction on that particular bridge. And then they're going to be doing resurfacing, and there'll be detours for the off-ramps and on-ramps because they're going to be working on all those too. This is called Push 2.0. Push 1.0 was that eastern side of Indiana toll road where they did a lot of work last year.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, any other matters from other department heads or the representatives? Any new business? No. Old business, we have one item, item AA, request for the first annual Northwest Indiana Women's March for Education/Education Matters to hold a rally in front of City Hall and march to the Civic Center on Sunday, May 19th, 2019. Has this been reviewed by the law department and other necessary parties? Do we have a route on this yet? This is the Northwest Indiana Women's March for Education. Education Matters.
Okay, as I said, this is something.
Uh,
Are you here on this matter?
Yeah, she was here last week, or week before.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm here representing Mrs. Anita Cox. She's a teacher at Morton High School, couldn't be here today.
Have they submitted, I wasn't here the week that this came before the board originally. Have
No,
we received
she-
the route?
You were hoping to use Eaton Street, correct?
Yes, but we understand, with the timing, we would not have the time to contact the state in order to use Calumet Avenue. So any route that would be best for the city and us, the route that we use for the Martin Luther King March would be fine. Just going straight down Highland to Civic Center, leaving, City Hall, and going straight down Highland to Civic Center.
How are the closures? How are those scheduled for that area?
Wasn't last week, didn't Goff request to close Highland Street, but they didn't have no dates and times, so. Jonathan, do you remember how long they want to close Highland for when they do begin?
I believe it was at least two weeks.
Because Eaton is closed now, is that correct?
Eaton is closed now, yes.
But they did not give us a date yet on what they're planning.
So if we're unable to use Highland, obviously this is May 19th, so there is time.
Yes, sir. We wanted to get our correspondence out to our sponsors and our invitations out to our speakers.
Street north past Eaton, so we don't want to go there.
Jonathan, do you know when Eaton is going to reopen? We've got over a month here, is that?
I would imagine they'd be done with what they're doing over there to move over to the other side. They're just doing some sewer connections and repairs, so they're probably waiting for the
How flexible are your people, ma'am? You
I'm
want
sorry.
correspondence out, so that means is the route going to be part of that?
It could be, if we can at least secure the date, you know, knowing that if we, for some reason, could not have the march, that we could at least have the rally at the Civic Center, and perhaps we can just draw some attention on Seoul as, you know, as we, I don't know. But that was our plan, you know, Women's March, you know, because that's consistent with the Women's March that, you know, that is held annually in January.
I'm just concerned, especially with the school construction and everything happening in that area, delays tend to happen.
I mean, we certainly can give the route.
The other end. It's at the end of the Career Center, Becker. I think that's the only one she'd be able to take, right? Yeah, you have to walk down Calumet Avenue to Becker, and then Becker down to Seoul, yeah. But I mean, that's the only route I can say for sure would be available, right?
Why don't we refer this to the engineering department to help you coordinate with the construction schedules?
Yes, ma'am.
And try to come up with a route that's not
So,
too extensive for you and will accommodate the road closures. As far as the Civic Center is concerned, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, that needs to go through the park department, correct? We can't authorize an event at the Civic Center. It's, that's managed by the park board of
They meet, I
directors.
think they meet twice a month.
So we can refer that to them.
Yes, it's in a, right.
So I'd say let's make a motion to approve the march, subject to coordination of the route with engineering and EMA, and refer the request for the rally to be held at the Civic Center to the Park Board of Commissioners.
do you know which days they meet?
I want to say.
I mean, I could find out when I look, but if you knew.
I'm sorry, I don't know off the
Just
top
try
of
to,
my head.
okay, I'll call.
I'll motion that we approve the date. The route to be, subject to the route being approved by the engineering department, EMA, so you guys would know which street you're gonna be able to use.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll notify the park board, or the park board needs to be advised, probably through you folks,
Okay.
requesting the building.
Okay.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other old business? The meeting is open to the public. Does anyone wish to speak?
Good. Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. What?